Hello, super underground plant invasive species tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Stardrive 2 with me, BlueAnkylo. So, we are sending some troops to take care of a pirate derelict slash asteroid slash something. The plan here is to send the main fleet home, grab a colony ship, and try to explore further over this direction. And if there is a good planet, we'll colonize it. Otherwise, you know, fire elementals or trilithium or something. It's probably not a great colony. We could also go for maybe an asteroid belt or something because it's safe. Not a lot of air, but you know, other than that, it's fairly safe. Other than that, I noticed between episodes that our androids showed up, so we don't need as many farmers at all. Not even close. We've got 4 spare food. Is that enough? Or we're gonna actually starve due to the rounding annoyance. We need 1 more there, but that's fine. So we don't get a negative multiple race penalty like you would get if any other species was here, because they're robots. They don't count towards unhappiness. Now, unless we build a charging station, which I don't even know if you can get if you're not an AI species. I think these guys actually do consume food. And oddly enough, they'll probably consume more food than us because we have photosynthesis. But they, don't worry guys, we're not getting rid of all of our plant farmers. We'll keep a couple around. but the if you look at the stats here, the androids are much better at it than we are. Our plant tractors are really lazy. They're not good at it. And these guys are 1.5 points better per worker, so that's how we're running that. Alright. Oh, also that means we probably have more workers here. Okay, they automatically went to production. This place is pretty bad. Once we get the xenomine, it will be okay. In fact, maybe... yeah, we're going to spend a bit of money. This will go from 4 to... so it'll be +1 per worker, +5. It'll go from 4 to 12. So by paying 185, you basically triple the production, give or take. In case you're questioning the production of my farmer, see, sometimes chat is just plain old wrong. I'm going to call you out on this. The androids are +1 to production and +1 to farming. They are equally good at both of them. Our plant people are -0.5 to farming and neutral to working. Therefore, replacing our plant farmers with android farmers is +1.5, which is much better than just +1. Thank you very much. Alright, next. Everything's set up. Everyone's going where they need to go. Let's do it. Yeah, we're going to colonize the ultra-rich helium asteroid. You guys... I probably should ship some more population over here, too, as time goes on, but... we'll do the old production start. And did I research the Wong 1 by accident? I did. I meant to do, oops. +1 BlueAnkylo point to anyone who was paying attention when I clicked the wrong one. I meant to get asteroid superstructure, not orbital superstructure, orbital habitat. Oh well, maybe I'll be able to trade for that or something. It's not the end of the world, but it would have been nice to go up to 5 pop here pretty soon. We'll get over it. It will be useful on... like, having a max population of 20 is awesome, so there's nothing wrong with that. But percentage-wise, that's like 10% better. 3 to 5 is like almost 50, it's 60% better or something, so... that would have been a much larger margin. Oh well. Oops. Also, now that the automated rover bay is done, yeah. Well, I guess it's not quite triple because of pollution, but it still made a big jump. Colony ship finished. Guess we'll just wait for... I guess I ended up... yeah. It was going to be 3 turns, but then I moved some workers around. We actually don't need a lot of production here right now. Let's go... a little bit more freighter, a couple more spies... back to trade. We'll worry about the orbital habitat later on. We can barely keep 18 people happy as it is, so I'm not terribly worried about going up to higher max cap. We'll wait for the fleet before the colony ship leaves. These guys keep growing like crazy, like plants, like weeds. We're growing like weeds. This place is more useful. You know, 9 to 11 is a better margin for an orbital habitat. I don't think I'm ever going to farm here, though. Starting to get some actual soldiers from the infantry base. If you don't pay attention, they don't start with the proper gear. You can't set a default equip me with this stuff right away kind of setup. So you have to remember, if you expect this place to ever fight, you have to manually equip them, basically. Which is not hard, but you just have to remember to do that. You know, maybe I should just leave these guys on trade goods. We're doing a lot of trading right now, and I need the money for buying Crazy Eddie's stuff, or whatever his name is. You know, that's fine. We'll get the habitat eventually. We'll get the fleet eventually. I'm not really expecting to research here specifically. It's not really going to be a ship construction zone either. You know, a trade good, an abundant planet with a reasonable population focusing on actually trade goods, that will actually make us quite a lot of money in the long run. And it is nice having money, because then you never have to raise the tax rate, which lowers the production. You can see the production value is lowering, although you get a lot of money out of that. Yeah, I'm okay with that setup. That's fine. Alright, we got lots of freighters. Got a fair number of spares. You guys group up, and we're gonna try to stay inside of our free fuel zone, and then we'll take off from there. We're gonna have a asteroid conquest shortly. Should I send... Again, I could pay some money. I think the way this works is similar to the Civ games again. If you want to purchase or rush construction, it's not a linear cost per hammer. The first hammers on the production, the first few percent, are way more expensive than the last ones. So I don't remember, like, I don't know the math exactly, but every turn, like, say if we end turn right now, which we can do, I think we can. Nothing else prioritize. So we can end turn from here to look. It's 200, goes down by 40 points, 40 credits. If I waited another turn, it might only go down by 30, and then maybe only by 20 or something. So actually putting the hammers in at the beginning and rushing it when it's about halfway done is actually, if you're short on credits, it's much more efficient. Anyway, Cloak Pirate Base. Would automatically decloak. Alright. I'm not even sure if I can send in 6 soldiers. I might only get away with like 4 or something, but because 1 troop transport is 4 soldiers. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, 4 is the max. So I want 2 shields and 2 sort of healers, basically. Could have 3 healers and 1 shield. No, there's bears. We're going to need a little bit more defense. In case you guys have never seen this mission before, there may be enemy bears. Even 2 of them. Alright, so we got some pirates. I don't know who Martok is, but that might have been one of the guys we killed at the last pirates when we shot the ships down. Language alert! Alright, well, it's 4 on 5. You'd think they have the advantage, but the pirates are stupid. The bears are a little scary, I will admit that much. So the bears have 70 HP compared to 50 like basically everyone else. We only have 40 because we haven't upgraded whatever that name of that tech was. But you know, we're smart. We got big smart plant brains. The sniper, I think it just has basically can I right click? No, you can just left click. It has a laser. So they call it a sniper, but it's really just the same as us. These guys have Dornish choppers. That's a bit scary. That's a weapon that dragons usually have, honestly. Power treads is a hugely high-level tech that we're not going to get for years. And same with power gloves. So these guys are really dangerous in melee. Wow. They'll do 25, 35 damage per hit. That's pretty brutal. And then these guys, the snipers, are just kind of the same as us. Priority is kill the bears. The good news is they don't have any defense. So we'll be doing 15 damage per hit. If they actually had, they'd probably be more dangerous with, instead of power treads, a heavy shield or something. Although they'd be a little bit slower, but point is, they're tough to kill. Anyway, this will block some line of sight. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna put a shield here and a shield there. And then we're just gonna wait for them to come to us. There they come. The bear is very quick thanks to his treads. We can actually shoot him right now. Oh. Well, we'll put the shield down and take a shot. Would have been nice to have all my AP to shoot him, but next turn he's going to get up close. The problem is, once he's in close range, we'll have to use, instead of our laser pistol, which is really strong, or sorry, our laser rifle does 15, we'll be using our sonic wave, which only does 10. But it does steal his AP, so it'll be, he won't get as many attacks in as he might like. I'm going to move this guy. Let's see, what's the minimum range? 4? I think if I move him over 1 square, he'll be able to shoot there. You can shoot there. You can shoot there as well. Okay, so if he stands there where I expect, this will work out really well. That's not where I want him to go, but it's good work for you, being smart AI. The other bear is on the way, so we got to make sure this guy dies before the other bear gets here. What are you doing? This is part of the user interface that's not good. I clicked on this guy with left click. Right click is usually the shoot button, but a left click sometimes also shoots. That was really bad. Alright, we did get a lot of damage in. Finish him off with Sonic. Whoa, it does do railgun effect. I didn't, does it say that? Disorienting blast of Sonic. Whoa, okay. Sonic Wave, overpowered. Railgun, if you don't know, the way the railgun works is very much like a laser rifle, except that it, whatever it hits, the bullet will hit, it sort of pierces. Just like the Sonic Wave just did. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, well, let's let them come to us. They can't shoot through the shields, so they will have to destroy the shields or sort of move around them, basically. Yeah, it's fine. Fortunately, they're sort of staying just out of range. Not a whole lot I can do about that. I don't want to move in front of it. It'd be really cool if you could just target the ground and hit them with the the extra range. I don't think you can do that, though. Yeah, if you could just shoot here and still pierce them with it anyway, that would be amazing. Alright, well, that shield's gonna get destroyed next turn. Let's move you back another square. Bear's coming in from this side. Oof, that's a lot of mobility on that bear, wow. Alright, well, we better make sure the bear dies. Alright, now even if they destroy this shield next turn, I'm pretty sure my plants, even though these guys have... Actually, they're very similar. 10 HP, or sorry, 40 HP to 40 HP, laser rifles to laser rifles. The difference is we've got a couple heals, and they do not have any heals. So we should be fine. Plus, one of them's going to die right now anyway. Almost missed that. Okay, let them shoot the shield. Oh, you shot one of my plants, you jerk. Now, this might interfere. Nope. I was kind of expecting we were going to get a blocked line of sight, but we're fine. Let's finish this guy. Yeah, let's finish this guy off first. There we go. And I'm actually going to spend regrowth. Your crew does not heal out of combat unless you have a very sort of late game tech. So I would recommend trying to heal up before the end of battle if you can. Oh, this is gonna work. Oh, we took some damage. Okay, we can do one more heal. Now, they're not quite at full. They're 3 HP short of full. Still, they're much more useful in the next, whatever the next battle is, if you do that ahead of time. A little bit of min-maxing for you guys. Not quite the solar beam, though. Alright, away team reporting in. Base is secure. Anyone who can play Long War can handle this kind of combat. This is pretty simple. Okay, we got some money. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to hear. Better be more than like 10 bucks, too. Stupid pirates. I think that was more like 500 bucks, so that's pretty good. Okay, pirates dealt with. You guys, you little plants, plantoids, go on home. You done good. Plants, ground forces don't level up like your ships do, sort of unfortunately for them. Okay. I am pretty happy with the progress. It's nearly time to go back to Crazy Eddie's and buy some crazy stuff. Where's my scout? Scout's like... I think he went home... Did he go here? Yeah, there he is. Let's send the scout over to Crazy Eddie's. Save up some money. Maybe buy something there. Maybe rush this bay. Okay, last time, remember... It went down by 40. Went from 200 to 160. What is it going to do next turn? I went down by another 40. Okay, well, we're proving quite linear so far, but eventually it's going to do it differently, I promise. Maybe I lied. No, 5 turns it can't keep going linearly. There's no way. There you go. So probably 50% was a major breakpoint for pricing. If you can produce, if you can put the hammers in for half of it before you click that button, it saves you a lot of money. Alright, we're good. I know I spent a couple turns not looking at everything else, but we're fine, right? Not a whole lot going on. Do I want to rush the Xenomine yet? It's a lot of money. I am trying to save up money for the Crazy Eddie shopping spree. But getting these colonies producing quicker would be really nice. Oh, look at that! It's another crystal attack. How come I didn't get a... It was probably one of the turns where I was looking at a faction, but usually you get a little, hey, there's an enemy fleet nearby. Also, that looks like something interesting. Wonder what that will be. I'm almost afraid to move my fleet out of here right now. The 6th episode of Racial Profiling. We've had some fantastic responses. Let's look at the Optrus Hive. Sentient cybernetic organism. These guys are pretty cool too. What are its goals? Optrus Protocol 000. Survive. Optical Protocol 00001. Explore, expand, exploit. End. He actually missed one. It's sneaky. Should be like an end period and then transmission over. With that kind of charisma, we're sure they'll be a popular race. Not exactly. I don't mind the Optrus, to be honest. Okay, Rover Bay done here. That'll help speed it up thanks to its super richness. This production's pretty quick. I'm not sure if I want to wait 27 turns to get the second worker. One thing, if I haven't mentioned yet, pollution just floats away into space if you're on an asteroid. You couldn't see me, but my hand sort of wiggled away up into space. So, yeah, it's pretty nice. Asteroids, if you can get high population, are really good producers. But if you can't get high population, they're not really much better than a large population-rich planet. Like that one. Let's land these guys. Okay, that frees up some freighters. These guys are defending. We could consider building a carrier or something, or just focusing on research to speed that up. How's our spy situation? How much have we got? We got 6 little plant spies. We could send them out. The thing is, we're only going to get half a point per turn. So you guys want to do a little bit of math here. It's going to take a long time to get 500 points, or even like 250 to do a propaganda. Even if I put, like, I'd have to spend a lot of production to get a decent amount of spies. So I would suggest that if you want to do spying, you need to get a very productive planet and just pump out probably hundreds of spies until you can actually do it in a reasonable amount of time. For now, defensive spies will do. We've got 6. Maybe we go for a nice round 10 and call it good for now. It won't take too long, so that'll be fine. Once the spies are done, I may consider building a carrier or something. They cost 80 production. Let's try to make sure we get one done every 2 turns, and then we'll just let the research go a little quicker. And these guys, what do we got here? 3 crystal ships. It's huge, even. I don't think that can beat a starbase, though. Even a huge red crystal. I'm mostly close enough that I could send the fleet back if I had to, but I'm pretty sure we'll be okay. We might lose a couple freighters, but I'd rather keep expanding than get stuck back and forth. Once we get some more star bases done, I'll build up a second small fleet, and we'll be able to expand one way and defend the core worlds. This will help us get around too. So after that, let's see, probably let's bang out Smart Blood. This will make, or we could rush one of these biospheres. This is +2 population anywhere. That's pretty solid. This is money. We're doing okay on money. This is production. This is probably what I would usually pick. +10 flat and then +2 per worker. That's like an upgrade in richness again. That's like going from abundant to rich, basically. Very nearly, anyway. But then again, we're kind of falling behind on socioeconomics. What would we want? Oh yeah, well, this is nice, but getting the military antenna, more command points, that's another potential +1 command point per planet, in addition to the +2 from star bases. It's pretty good. But +1 starting level of all the ships is good too. You want it all. That's why if you play creative, you get all the tech. Disruptor cannons. This is the first energy weapon cannon that I would consider good. And this is good for a very long time. This is considerably better than a laser cannon. Graviton beam is, I don't know, it doesn't sound that great to me. It adds mass. I don't know. I've never been a fan of that kind of type of weapon. And then capacitors mean... Oh, these aren't that great. This is for beams. Not cannons, but for ion beams, fusion beams, phasers, which are considered beams, and death rays, which are pretty awesome. But, yeah, that's not very good. So disruptor cannons, definitely the winner for this tier. And I would probably definitely upgrade my laser flower to a disruptor flower with that. Almost certainly. But I don't really need weapons right now. We could start working on some experimental tech. Let's get assimilation out of the way, just in case we get pulled into a war. We want to be ready. Then we'll be able to steal techs. Just speaking of enemy factions, how are we on tolerance? We've got quite a lot. These guys are surprisingly happy with us because of our trade history. Even though we had a refuse to trade there, that's not bad. 50 is base, so we're just about there. I don't even mind if you guys take warp theory. It's valuable tech. I would take these two. We need one more turn. Actually, no, we need more tolerance, period. We can't even get that. 6 more turns of trade. Could negotiate a larger... Yeah, we could do that plus, say, the bank. No, that's still too much. It's too bad. What about... We wait for a couple turns, 6 turns, and the trade goes away. We get another small treaty plus say, probably the bank or something. The bank is nice. Plus 33% income on whatever planet you're on. It's not bad. And I don't mind giving him advanced warp theory. That's not a big deal. Could theoretically give him some trade, but he doesn't value it that highly, so. What about the humans? What you guys doing? Lots of tolerance. Fair bit of tolerance. We currently have a large treaty for 6 more turns. It might be worth just keeping the tolerance low, so that once this is gone, we can get another large treaty. Unless he's got amazing tech. Clean energy would be nice. Automated factory. Ooh. So this means we could theoretically trade for that and research the larger planets. Yeah, that's a good plan. Aeroponic farm's not the biggest deal either. Just flat +3 for 2 expense. Eh. That's a very expensive tech. That's pretty expensive too. We'd have to give up something pretty good. I don't think we have anything at that tier of tech yet. Yeah, alright. Once our treaties wear out, we'll try to restock them before we want to keep the trade going before I worry about trading techs. Money is pretty valuable. Yeah, we're probably going to lose a freighter here. Alright, we got another... This one's not even that great, but I'm going to pick this one up. Only 3 production per worker. This is definitely the weaker asteroids. And in fact, seeing as I accidentally researched the wrong +2 population building, this is kind of making me feel like it's not that good, but we'll pick it up anyway. Make sure our fuel expansion. See, look at this! Look at this! Now they're mad. Yeah, you guys are jerks. So we just lost 15%, and that's 150 turns for that to go away. 149 turns to be exact. Why would the Codrazine care if I colonize Pearl? That doesn't make any sense at all to me. If I was colonizing up here, sure, maybe. It's still in my territory. If I colonized in their territory, then yeah, they could be mad. If I colonize, say, Runes, okay, you could be mad. But down here, it's one of the little foils of the AI that I think is kind of dumb. I think they could do better. Alright, do I want to send... Yeah, I'm going to send a couple population from our homeworld to the ultra-rich asteroid. Maybe just 2. There's nothing I'm really working on that's high importance. The ultra-rich one is this one. The Easel Belt. I'll send one of my researchers and one of my drillers. And you should be working over there. Yeah, this place is doing pretty good. I mean, it's for an ultra poor, low tundra. It's never going to be amazing, but I don't even know if I care about the pollution resequencer, honestly. We might just switch that over to research really quickly. Yeah, we're going to lose that freighter. Not much I can do other than unless I build another ship, really. That's my exploration frigate. Okay, I don't want to lose that. You hide in Sporl. Maybe that'll bring him into the starbase range, and then we'll just kill him. Okay, let's... Basically, for today's episode, the last episode of the stream, let's explore that system, and then we can decide where to go from there, and then we'll call it a good episode. Not quite in range of the starbase. What are you doing? I guess it must take less turns overall to go this route, but this kind of frustrates me. You could have just stayed inside our territory and traveled there, but instead you're going to leave our territory, go through Codrazine territory, probably run out of fuel, and then end up going back home. That's really dumb. I can't control these at all, so... I may have just lost 4 population, or 2 population for nothing. We'll see. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. Alright. Let's watch a starbase battle. We could just auto it. It probably wouldn't make much difference, but you guys should probably see. Starbases are another one that in Stardrive 1 you could customize and build yourself. We're just going to run this guy away. He's not fast. If he was faster, I could use him to sort of kite them around, but he's not, so... but yeah, in Starbase 1, you could basically build your own starbases, I believe. In here, they're just automatically given whatever tech you you currently have. Best missiles. They've got my my mass driver. Thanks to the mass driver, that makes the starbase pretty strong. You can upgrade starbases later on. This is the smallest one. There are 3 sizes. The largest are incredibly strong. It also has shields, thanks to us researching shields. So that's one of the reasons I recommend going mass driver shield early. It makes both your combat fleet and your starbases much stronger. You can also see the AI does kind of a little serpentine pattern here. He's not dodging our mass drivers very well, though. And ion beams, yeah, I'm afraid that's not going to be enough. Okay, we took out the little one anyway. Now I got the big one. This is... If anything is a threat, it'll be this one. And I don't know what kind of weapons it has. But we managed to start firing our mass drivers on it before it gets to us. That's good. Unfortunately, it does have some sort of point defense, laser cannon or something. So the missiles aren't really doing anything. As long as the mass drivers can... Yeah, it's... Yeah. Mass drivers got it. I don't know what kind of accuracy rating the starbase gets. It gets experience too, but yeah, those guys got crushed. Not even close. Overpowered weapon techs. Maybe the game needs a little bit more balancing. I don't know. I'm not good enough at the game to know. Maybe if you're playing against another human that has mass drivers, you could come up with a good counter for it. But I don't know if the AI can do that on its own. Alright, humans, are you going to give me some more trade? Alright. I've got as much tolerance as I can get. I would really like more trade. We're not going to get a large, though. We can get a medium. He does value these cheaply because of... Let's see. That's gold. I thought maybe that's just normal. Some... Oh yeah, 50 is normal. There is a personality trait that makes trade rates less tolerant hitting or something. I can't remember. Don't listen to me. I would rather get trade rates right now than any of that stuff. Can we just trade you some trade rates? No. Yes, but it'll cost me more. Now, he will value our credits extra because of that, which is, you know, we get an extra 50% value for gold. I hate going over the limit, but it's only for 2 turns. That's only 2% approval for one, like, you know, it ticks down pretty quick. Costs us, it's actually pretty expensive, but we will make more than that over 50 turns, certainly. I wish it wasn't, like, diplomacy, I think, needs a bit of a rework. It needs to be... The tolerance meter is cool, but I think it's a little bit frustrating more than fun. Alright, and then we still got one more turn before that trade. Like, if we don't have trade, we won't be making any money. We'll be losing money. And the only reason we're making good money is because of the trade goods. If we weren't producing those, we'd probably be going in debt pretty quickly, honestly. Alright, yeah, we'll do this fleet, we'll do this battle, check this star out, and call it an episode. Alright, let's hope these guys can continue to win. We have a slightly experienced fleet this time. Set our engagement radius as I prefer it. And begin. Like this guy. Alright, well, I think we'll focus on the carriers first because they seem to be a little bit quicker than the junkyard raiders. And I think the last time we fought carriers, they got trashed. So I'm not really that worried. Our spore cannon should be getting more accurate. Also, you can see, remember when I was designing this, for those of you that were here and those on YouTube that watched, I designed them that they didn't have a whole lot of max capacitors, specifically so that they wouldn't shoot giant volleys all at once. So you can actually see each shot, when they're at full firing rate, they actually keep the energy pretty low. But that's good. You can see the steady bullets. Instead of shooting a volley of like 8 bullets at once, it sort of spreads them out a little bit so that you can target the next ship quicker. That's my logic. Yeah, these fighters, they're nothing. Yeah, 4,400 damage. At 2,200 damage per mass... I think the mass drivers probably just do too much damage. Or they're too accurate. There's something like that. It's just too much. So these guys have a lot of lasers. Lasers suck, though. I can pump up my shields if the little blue goes down to purple. But I'm not going to need to. They never got through any significant amount of shielding. I can guarantee it. We've got, what's new? This is new. Silver Skull of Extermination. We have now killed 10 units with both the spore cannons, so they do 10% more damage. And the laser flower it's contributing. It's not a bad ship, it's just not as good as the cannons. I mean, it's about 10% as good, 20% as good. The space battles, well, Schminchkin, we've only been watching fairly low-tech early game space battles. They get a little bit better, I think. What I like to do is once I've got large fleets, I'll have a group of fighters that I use to kind of sneak around behind the enemy forces and sort of kite some missiles. There's a little bit more interaction once you've got faster ships. I've also found that the mass driver ships are straight up better. Alright, so we got some latnium. That makes your credits more valuable in trade. And plus 10 tolerance. That's actually pretty solid. And the shipyard doesn't really matter on a poor planet. Alternately, we could get trilithium in a toxic pore. Well, this one's definitely better than that one. It's larger. It's not toxic. I mean, Baron's not really good either, but I think toxic adds a maintenance fee. Maybe they both do. No. Toxic adds 50% maintenance. Other than that, they're very similar. Latnium's probably a bit better than... Well... no, trilithium makes your ships faster on the map, which is good. Still, I'm just going to colonize here because of that. I think this will make it a little bit easier for us to do diplomacy. So, in that sense, we'll pick that up. Every time you complete a trade treaty, your tolerance supposedly goes up. Once we colonize next turn, though, it's going to go down even more, probably. So, we're not going to be friends for very long. 29. Can I get anything out of you? Good thing I'm researching xeno-assimilation. Let's see if we can get a low-level tech out of him before we end up, you know, not friends. Would you just, how would we get this easily? I think trade treaties are broken as soon as you declare war. Let's give him medium... That's fine. A few turns, that's fine. Why is it so hard to make a deal? You guys stink. I don't want to give him a tech. I'd rather just give him trade rights that get broken instantly when he declares war on me. But then I'd have to throw in credits just to get a bank. Is there any tech that I would trade him that's valuable enough that's garbage? It doesn't really help him any... He moves a little bit quicker on the map, but that's no big deal. I could get... He would go for that. Those are pretty expensive. He won't actually do 2 techs anyway. You throw in a couple credits to sweeten the deal? No. Well, in the long run, I think this will make it so... Like, if he doesn't have enough planets, with xeno-assimilation, we'll get 1 tech per planet we conquer. This way, it's more likely we get fusion engines, is all I'm thinking. And that's the one we really want. So why don't we just take that? Yeah, does that make more sense? The bank is good, but the fusion engines are really important for late game. They're the only engine upgrade in the game, as far as I know. No, there's an ion engine that we can get at Crazy Eddie's, but the fusion engines are still better for speed. This is the only one you can research normally. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. We trade some tech. Next turn, we'll colonize, and then we'll end the episode, I think. Still nothing to build here, right? Orbital habitat. Yeah. Oh, you know what's really going to suck? That. If he declares war on us, we're going to lose those for sure. Alright, do it. Are you kidding me? These guys on the opposite side of the galaxy, they're mad that I'm colonizing now. How mad are you? You're 15% mad because I colonized the opposites. Like, stupid. That doesn't make any sense at all. Whoever designed this game should fix the expansion trait. That's dumb. You can't colonize on the opposite side of the galaxy and be mad at me. That was not his planet. So dumb. I'm getting salty. It's time for a break. This planet is not very good, is it? It's not very good. Probably get a starbase. Everyone gets a starbase anyway. You need infantry base. Oops. Infantry base to defend yourself. And whatever. Just queue up some stuff. Alright. It's time to call it here. Why in the world, why in the galaxy would this guy care that I colonize down here? Someone explain that in the chat or in the comments for YouTube. I understand. I am colonizing. I'm expanding. Maybe that's scary to other people. Then go colonize your own stars. You got planets all over here. You go colonize them. I don't care. You don't care. These are my planets. I don't understand it. Doesn't make sense to me. Coldrazine, maybe. At least we're neighbors. There's like border friction. But humans? Psh. The thing is, basically, all the people we've never met won't care. So there might be a good strategy to just colonize as much as you can and don't explore anything. Don't meet anybody, take all the planets. Then, if you've colonized everything you can, once you meet people, they won't be mad at you, and then you can actually trade. So the plan might be colonize everything down here. Assuming there's an enemy over here and over here, we can actually be friends with them because they won't get that negative expansion debuff, like I was getting with everyone else. We'll see how it goes. Either that or we'll just kill them all and it doesn't even matter. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed and have a great day.